An unstoppable revolution is now underway in our society, affecting almost everyone. The revolution isn't launched by opposition political parties or terrorists in secret cells, or through espionage by some obscure government department. The revolution is conducted in plain sight by some of our largest and respected corporations. It's visible to anyone with eyes to see. It's a revolution in how organizations are being run. The revolution is very simple. Today, organizations are connecting everyone and everything, everywhere, all the time. They are becoming capable of delivering instant, intimate, and frictionless value on a large scale. They are creating a world in which people, insights, and money interact quickly, easily, and cheaply. For some, the revolution is uplifting and beautiful. For others, it is dark and threatening. Dazzling examples of a new way of running organizations are everywhere apparent. Firms like Apple and Samsung offers devices that can be tailored to meet the individual's wants and whims of hundreds of millions of users. Firms like Tesla, Saab, and Ericsson are upgrading cars, planes, and networks, not by physically installing new items, but by delivering new softwares to the products via web. Meanwhile, Spotify matches billions of musical playlists to individual users' tastes and delivers weekly playlists that tailor their preferences. Online services such as Zoom, Skype, and WhatsApp are taking tens of billions of dollars from old guard telecom firms by giving customers free and low-cost calls. Amazon has demonstrated what can be accomplished if customer value is pursued ahead of short-term profits. It's not just the world's biggest retailer. It's bigger than all other retailers put together. Google has become big and very rich by providing search capabilities that are offered for free. The population of Facebook is bigger than that of China. Uber, Airbnb, and Lyft are showing how to unlock existing value of assets that are previously lying idle, and so on. At the same time, what is lifting some companies are killing others. Market-leading companies, as analyst Alan Murray has written in the Streetwall Journal, have missed the game-changing transformations in industry after industry. Computers, telephony, photography, stock markets, not because of bad management, but because they followed the dictates of good management. In effect, the good management had become anachronistic. In the simple way, they are no longer effective. We are at the genesis of a new age, the age of Agile. It is an accelerating time because unprecedented changes may happen overnight. Why? Because a truly agile organization connects everyone and everything all the time. They are capable of delivering instant, intimate, and frictionless value on a large scale. But how? How can a complex company such as Ericsson, Barclays, Fidelity Investments, and Microsoft jump into new initiatives with the nimbleness of an athlete? How can a large organizations act like a small entrepreneurs? In the age of Agile, you will learn the principles and techniques that make up the Agile management. Originally developed in software industry, this flexible approach to management has been refined and molded to function powerfully in industry after industry. Technology, manufacturing, pharmaceuticals, health, telecommunications, aircraft, and automobiles. of Agile unpacks the groundbreaking of ideas and practices that are remaking the very foundations of a business. Agile isn't simply a new process to be grafted into current management practice. It is a fundamentally different concept, a new mindset about the structure of your business and how you must operate to succeed in today's world.
When I say the words agile or nimble, you may think about a squirrel, a ballet dancer, a soccer player. You probably wouldn't think of a large organization, unwildly, clunky, slow, out to make money from you, and fundamentally unfriendly. We generally don't think of organizations as agile because generally they're not. We're accustomed to dealing with organizations that are frustratingly set in their ways and preoccupied with their own internal processes. Their motto could be, "You take what we make, and that's the way it is." The possibility that organizations could become agile and nimble is thus not obvious. And yet the truth is that when we look closely, we can see that organizations that have embraced agile have three core characteristics. So I'm here to talk about one of the characteristics, the law of small team. It is the first universal characteristic. Agile practitioners share a mindset that work should in principle be done in small autonomous cross-functional teams, working in short cycles on relatively small tasks and getting continuous feedback from the ultimate customer or end user. For the first decade of the Agile movement, much of the effort was spent on figuring out how to generate these high-performance teams on a systematic basis. Teams, of course, were not a new idea. Most of us know the magic. We have all at one time or another been involved in a small team where communications flow effortlessly and the group seems to think and act as one. When we are members of such a team, we can analyze the situation, decide, and act as though it is a single, uninterrupted motion. There is no one in charge telling us what to do. We trust the other members of the team. That trust is rewarded by performance. It's almost as if the group has a mind of its own. Face-to-face conversation sorts out any differences in point of view, or simply, work becomes fun. Lesser in size groups can efficiently enact various ideas, and thus enhance the performance of the team. Here's what you should take into consideration. First, advocate for flexibility. Many systems don't reach the phase of implementation due to the changes which occur after the strategy is underway. Nowadays, companies and organizations have a tough time coping with the digital demands, and macromanagement has proven to be a nightmare. The law of the small team concerns a mindset, not a specific set of tools and processes that can be written down in an operational manual. Reducing the scope of the project or sustaining its size but splitting into a few major goals delegated to smaller teams can often straighten things out and provide valuable deliverables. Second, use smaller teams. Agile management sets the optimal number for most members in a group to maximize productivity and output. 7 to 12 goal-driven people with a unique set of skills which can provide cover for the project is a ideal combination for success. Third, set deadlines. Time equals money, and your team must be aware of the importance of finishing the job in a specific time frame. Make sure that nothing slows the performance down, and strive to get a good display of everyone involved. Fourth, lay emphasis on getting things done. This is a tricky phase, and successful goal-driven teams evaluate the effectiveness of the project by assessing their input, and the overall implementation of the Agile management. Don't be slowed down by either paperwork nor by unfinished pending tasks, which await your final touch. Fifth, work full steam ahead. Don't get distracted by external factors. You can only be flexible about the methods, but the goal must always remain unchanged. Once you started working on a project, don't jump from one task to the next. Stay concentrated and showcase your skills. Sixth, and the last one, is campaign for transparency. Agile teams, unlike traditional systems, have no trouble to spread the word if things go in the right or wrong direction. Every party involved should share its perspective. This collective mindset is an essential pillar of the organization. For those who live and breathe and implement Agile on a daily basis, Agile is a mindset. Agile isn't just a methodology to be implemented within the existing management framework. Agile is a dramatically different framework for management itself. Agile is a mindset, not a methodology. Thank you.
Let me first share to you how important is the role of customer in a business. Some businesses can never place too much emphasis on its customer. But guess what? Customer is the foundation of any businesses out there for business success. It is true that customer plays a crucial role in developing product, marketing campaigns, so on and so forth. Now let us talk about some considerations. Number one is the psychological considerations. This consideration states that a business must include how consumer thinks, how consumer feel, reason, and select between different alternatives. Number two is the marketing consideration. Marketing consideration states that you need to market your customer with honesty, integrity, and clarity. And to do this, your company needs to build customer confidence on its product over time. Sneaky advertising might customer realize that they are being duped. Number three is the word of mouth. Word of mouth has a snowball effect, especially in an age when part worldwide communication is common. Understanding the power of customer word of mouth is detrimental to your success. Fourth is the customer service. Customer service and interaction with the consumers not only builds or bring a strong relationship, but offer companies a valuable information that will help you design a more effective marketing efforts in the future. Psychological consideration, marketing consideration, word of mouth, and customer services. This consideration addresses the consumer's needs. This consideration not only brings a business to success, but also brings consumer back to your product and ensures long-term success. The most highlight for today's talk is about the law of customer. As a management expert, revolutionized the business world in the 50s, stating that the company should move from profit-driven to customer-driven organization, and that is according to Peter Drucker. During those days, all companies were merely focusing their energy and efforts in creating profits, while neglecting the necessities of the customers. Now, globalization speaks fierce competition, providing a valuable and superior product or service is the only way you're going to the top. From what we see, customers now are the center of attention, and every companies fight for their affection. A firm must consider ideal buying persona. Every successful business knows its target customer. If you cast your net too wide, you risk of going home empty-handed. Next is to conduct thorough investigation about their needs. Their demands and wants must match the company's vision. Otherwise, your business will become a sinking ship. It had just a matter of time. Third is to outsource your work. Startup can provide an excellent cover for your plans. Do what you have to do and build a loyal customer base. Fourth is pay attention. Make your services or products easily accessible and affordable. Next is to use your imagination. Don't remain stuck in your mindset. Be innovative. Provide source of free trials, bonuses, refund. Make that aversion go away. Next is you can't please everyone. And that is natural, and we know that it happens all the time. So one way or the other, someone will not be too happy about our products. But that's none of your business. That's none of everyone's business. And it is only natural that it happens. As long as you are doing well, you are doing great. You are doing what is right, and you are giving your best for your business. Lastly is the customization as a tool. Allowing your customer to adjust the product to fit their needs can give you an edge of struggle for superiority in the market. And so, let us take this consideration as an account for the absolute necessity of agile management as a tool of finishing off with flying colors.
Today, as a continuation from the law of the age of Agile, we have here the law of the network, or the limb chain of Agile. It illustrates what's involved in making the entire organization the Agile. Becoming Agile is a continuing journey, not a finite accomplishment. You'll know your company has joined the fray when its goal has shifted from creating profits to creating delighted customer, and you'll find that not focusing on making money makes more money. Denny is a renowned Agile advocate who serves on the advisory board of the Drucker Forum. He is a former World Bank executive and author of several books, including The Leader's Guide to Radical Management. So, once you got all bases covered, it's time to create a decentralized network of small teams which will enforce you strategies where smaller groups is equal to greater efficiency. Centralized chains of command implemented in conventional management systems are not applicable in the modern age. Top-to-bottom hierarchies are outdated, and managing large complex organizations requires many competent leaders who can take the final shot in the last second of the match. So there are three main network chains. It is the top-to-bottom, bottom-up, and combined approaches of these two.
Good day everyone. So I am here today to talk about the conclusions about the previous topics being discussed earlier. Some firms are embracing the new paradigm with alacrity. They are happy to shed the traditional management practices of manipulating both customers and staff, and instead follow their natural preference to treat people as people and engage in authentic, adult-to-adult conversation. Other firms are getting on board more gradually. They reflect on the obvious anomalies of traditional management and feel frustrated that their efforts to fix things don't work. They find themselves having to run faster and faster just to stay in place. Yet they can also see the extraordinary gains of firms operating in the new way and begin to wonder, why can't we have what they are having? For established organizations that have been successfully managed in a traditional fashion for many years, with settled processes, routines, attitudes, and values, the new management paradigm can be difficult, even baffling. It is often at odds with unspoken assumptions about the way we do things around here. Still, other firms have sought to avoid the dilemma through financial engineering. They are pursuing ways of extracting value from the corporation through the short-term cost-cutting, offshoring, share buybacks, tax gadgets, and other devices. An unstoppable business revolution is underway, and it is agile. Companies that embrace agile management learn to connect everyone and everything. They can deliver instant, intimate, frictionless value on a large scale. Agile began emerging many decades ago but really took off in the software development industry, sparking dramatic improvements in quality, innovation, and speed to market. Agile movement is now spreading quickly throughout all kinds of companies. It enables a team, a unit, or an enterprise to nimbly adapt and upgrade products and services to meet rapidly changing technology and customer needs. And the process is applicable anywhere. Even centuries-old Barclays is making that transition and reaping rewards. And that is all for today. Thank you for listening. See you!